What is up everybody, Smooth here, and today's video we have Tank Jax in the new patch. So initially what the build that I wanted to try out was Triforce, Sunfire Aegis, Wit's End, Thornmail, Guardian's Angel, and then Mercury Thread Boots or Protobelt, anything like that. And we actually played 2 games, but this was the game that overall I decided to go with. But we actually didn't get to complete the entire build because we end up getting the Death Dance later on. The game itself really wasn't a very competitive, close match. It was a pretty boring match, so that's why I think I'll kind of leave it as it is. Not too much editing. That way it'll be more of a breakdown, really. But I feel like Jax right now is in a really good position in terms of a jungler, and I kind of thought to myself, maybe what if I was to try, a tanky build with Jax, how would that be? And I actually think it's very good. The damage output, of course, isn't insane, as if you were to get Triforce, Blade of the Rune King, and Sterox Gauge. I think that is definitely his best build. But I did enjoy this build a little bit, as right here we managed to do our entire jungle clear, and then we spotted Kha'Zix at his raptors, so we kind of just wanted to go over and interrupt him a bit, really just disturb his jungle a little bit. But he jumps onto us, we pop our third ability, we get a good chunk of damage, and right here I changed my mind. Because at first I didn't really want to go all in. I just wanted to get a little bit of, just disrupt his jungle a little bit. But we did manage to pick up the first blood kill on him. And then right here we just steal his Krugs. Initially, I thought to myself, maybe I can rotate over all the way to the River Scuttle on the bottom. But then I was like, that's a really far walk to go to, so I just kind of decided to go for the Krugs and then backport, pick up a few of my items, and then try to make my way over. But as you can see right now, Kha'Zix is on the mini-map. I do ping for him, but overall it was just too far distance for me to do anything. Sometimes picking up both river scuttles is nice, but overall I was like, you know what, it's okay, we'll just continue farming. And like everybody, right, and I would say right now in currently Wild Rift, Jax, Master Yi, and Tryndamere are really nice to play right now, because the pace in the jungle, besides Lee Sin and Kha'Zix, is quite slow, right? Because everybody is kind of like a scaling champion right now. Camille in the jungle, I do have a video of her coming out. Personally, I'm just like, Camille is no longer like viable to play anymore in the jungle. It's kind of just like, why would you play her anymore at this point? They took out her third ability where you could get attack speed on the jungle camps, now is no longer. So it's like your jungle clear, no matter, even if you get your Triforce, your Death Dance, like full build, your clear still is very slow. So it's like Camille right now is in a position, it's just like, I guess if you were a Camille main, you could definitely still play her. But me, I was just getting the hang of her. I was really enjoying her. And then they nerfed her like that. I wouldn't even say it was a nerf. It was just a complete adjustment, like a complete change. So for a person like me, a player like me, Camille jungle is no longer an option anymore for me. It's just like I shouldn't play her anymore. I should look for other legends. But of course, Lee Sin still is very good. So if you're looking for a very early powerful jungler, Lee Sin definitely is your pick. But myself, I would never ever play Lee Sin. It's just something that I committed myself to, that I would never lay my hands on Lee Sin. It's something that I committed myself to, and I would never ever play him. I mean, of course, I've played him in like practice mode or anything, but like to make him become a main jungle pick for me, I don't think I'll ever do that. But as you can see, the game itself is quite slow. We did manage to pick up the Ocean Drake, so very nice. And then right here we're kind of looking for a gank, and right here I pop my third ability flash and stun on Veigar. We managed to pick up a nice kill on Veigar right there. And then right here we do have a minion wave, so I'm just pinging. Let's just go for Tristana as well. So we jump on her, we pop our third ability and our ultimate. And because of our ultimate gave us some armor, we do manage to survive with a smidge of health, and Ezreal manages to pick up a double kill. Right here we almost could pick up the turret, but we all were a little bit too low. And I'm just pinging back out because I didn't see the mid lane on the map at all. So I'm just pinging, you know, it's best just to back off. We don't want to get too confident in our positioning. So we back out. We do pick up the Triforce and our Mercury thread boots. These are my favorite boots overall, especially with characters, you know, like Jax, Tryndamere not so much. I feel like Tryndamere, you probably, I mean, maybe you could go Mercury threads on Tryndamere. Master Yi as well, you know, because CC is their biggest weakness. With Jax, not so much because of his third ability, and he does have his first ability where you can hop onto the legends as well. So it's a really good skill. I would say Jax right now is in a really good position in the jungler. You know, I actually enjoy him a lot. I would say I'm playing him more than every other. Like Tryndamere is a lot of fun, but I find myself playing Jax a little bit more now. Whenever I'm kind of lost, like, okay, who should I play? I just kind of go with Jax, and he's a lot of fun as well. And right here we do get a nice and sneaky gank on Yasuo right here. So the lane was pushed up and we just sneak in from the bush. And I was hoping that he didn't have any wards here, so I'm just pinging for my Jarvan to hopefully engage and attack. Right here Yasuo kind of walks in the bush, so I got a little bit scared, but I'm just spam pinging Jarvan. I'm like, do something, man. And we managed to get this nice kill on Yasuo. And then because we have a minion wave and Jax is an absolute beast when it comes to getting turrets, we managed to pick up the turrets nice and easy. Also, this is a very nice thing about Jax as well, with the recent changes that they gave him in the last patch, I believe, where they gave him more attack speed with his passive. So very nice now, Jax, I would say. As right here we pick up the Sunfire Aegis next item.
Attack the dragon.
But as you can see, it's really not much of a close game, competitive game. We don't really get to complete our entire build, as right here the Infernal Drake is up, and we just push for it and go for it right away. As the enemy team is making their way down, but we do manage to secure the Infernal Drake. We pop a third ability, jump on Veigar, managed to pick up the kill on Veigar, another kill on Ari, and then the third kill on Yasuo. Nice and easy. So right now, pretty stompy match overall, really. And I just decided to backport, pick up the Sunfire Aegis, and go for the Rift Herald. I'm pretty sure we probably could have just split push at this point because we were up so much. There was no point to backport, but I think, you know, my team wanted to go for it, so I was like, okay, we can go for it as well. And then right here, just picking up the River Scuttle, just jungler things. Just picking up unnecessary objectives here and there. And right here, I was really confident in my abilities, so I just jump in, but I get charmed, stunned by Veigar, and I almost died. We pops ultimate, Kha'Zix jumps on us. Our jump isn't up, but we do manage to pick up the kill on Kha'Zix. Nice and easy. We just hop back onto the Rift Herald, pick up the Rift Herald right here and jump on Veigar, but gets stunned by his ability. But Jarvan does manage to pick him up. And Jarvan also did get a change recently, but I was hoping they would give him a little bit more, a little bit something, but all they did really was just a change where his first ability now, his dive to his flag, is much faster. But it's really not even a buff, it's just a slight change. He is pretty solid, I would say, in the jungle, especially in my ranks. You know, Diamond, you definitely could play him. But overall, it's just still in that position, I'm like, why would you play him, you know? And because people are barely playing Wukong as well, and I'm thinking about playing a little bit of Wukong. But then again, I'm looking, you know, when you look at the jungle right now, right? There's solid picks, there's really good picks, and then there's those picks where you're just looking at them and like, why would you play them? You know, and I think in that category is like Jarvan, Camille right now. Wukong, you know, as well, he's been in that position for quite some time now where why would you play him? Xin Zhao, I feel like he's almost falling into that position right now because people are playing Olaf a lot more and Pantheon. I would say, you know, now people are seeing the strength of Pantheon. So, like I mentioned, you know, he might honestly be getting nerfed very soon because I have seen WildRift YouTube channels, the pro guys make videos about Pantheon, and they have spoken very, very highly of Pantheon. So, you know, enjoy him while he lasts, because they might nerf him very, very soon. But as you can see, we pick up the Sunfire Aegis, and right now we're going for the Wit's End. And like I mentioned, you know, the build that I wanted was Wit's End and then Thornmail and then Guardian's Angel. But the way the game was going, I just ended up not even picking up the Thornmail, I believe. I just pick up the Death Dance instead. So quite a stompy game. Not the game I was hoping for, but like I said, we played 2 games with this build, and then initially I was like, okay, this is the game I think I'd rather go with. So we ended up doing pretty well overall right now with 3-0-6. We let the Rift Herald go, and right here, Kha'Zix, I believe, tries to 1 versus 1 us, but Jax in the late game is an absolute menace. As we pop a 3rd ability, flash onto him, stun, and pick up the nice, easy kill. And right here, the Cloud Drake spawns up, but jungle things, you want to pick up the River Scuttle. Actually, sometimes in very, very close games, I have actually seen people like focus the River Scuttle sometimes at the river when there's no point in doing it. But like I mentioned earlier, you know, with this build, your damage output isn't going to be insane. It's going to be there, you know, but I think the attack speed, the Sunfire, just the tankiness that you provide overall with this build is very, very nice. And as you can see right here, I was like, oh man, this game is pretty much over, so I might as well just go with the Death Dance, and that's what we end up doing. But the game does actually end very, very soon. We actually win a team fight right here, and then the enemy team actually surrenders. So right here, we picked up Kha'Zix, and then we just pinged to go for Baron, but the enemy team ended up surrendering. So quite a slow-paced game, but it's a very, very fun build, I would say. You know, definitely go try it out if you want to. You know, I think Jax is a really, really good pick right now in the jungle, and I'll definitely be playing more of him as well. And I'll definitely try more builds. You know, maybe Blade of the Rune King, Wit's End, Death Dance. You know, a more attack damage based build. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace.